Hi, how's everyone? Welcome back. Hello and welcome if you are new. Thanks for finding me. We've got the late night bonus. This is for my nocturnal ones. Hello, those of us that are up all night. This is a follow-up to the Hidden Truth spread that I did earlier because it was talking about the tower. We had the first card was the tower, talking about the destruction of some kind of foundation. And then the last card we had was the star, talking about healing after the tower. And then I remembered that I have a spread that's called After the Tower. So I decided to do a bonus read to delve more into what this was that was destroyed. Okay. This is a 5 card spread. It goes along with the elements: earth, water, air, and fire, and then ether in the middle. And the placements are: the first card here is the earth, the existing foundation. Card number 2 is water. It's the emotional focus on what or how we can heal. Card number 3 is the air element, the truth that was revealed. Card number 4 is the fire element, the forces that cause the destruction or the transformation. The card in the middle is the ether, which is what is the new growth, or what is the nugget in the wreckage that you can use to rebuild. Okay? This is a really exciting reading. I'm really excited to get into this one. I haven't used this spread before. So I hope, let's see, can you see everything? Let's straighten this out a little bit. Okay. And then I got some clarifiers and the 3 on the bottom for influences we might not see yet. So this might be a long one, but bear with me. I did lay the cards out first to cut down on some time. So let's start with the first card, Earth, the existing foundation. You have the devil in reverse. There is nothing here. There is nothing for you to hold on to here. I feel like there was, after the destruction, you see the devil in the reverse, the pillar that he's sitting on, that's what's left. And it's underneath devil energy. It's toxic. It's in chains. This is there was a choice. The devil is the lovers in chains. Fortunately, on the back side of this card, the lovers aren't there anymore. They made a break for it. The key to the back side of the devil is that the time is right to escape. So seize hope and embrace knowledge. So take what you learned from this, from what was destroyed, and get the fuck. Okay? The devil has his back turned. Now's the time to skedaddle. So in this earth foundational energy, nothing. You're free. The key to the tower is liberation. Okay? Like I said, there was some kind of something crashed into it, because at the base of the tower you've got the sphinxes of the chariot and the wreckage of the chariot broken against the tower. Now this is divine energy because the major arcana is outside of our control. So the lightning strike means that the divine sent in this destruction, and it destroyed a mask. Here on the top of the tower you've got a theater mask, and it's broken in half. And we did have the Hierophant in the backside on the Hidden Truth reading, talking about looking under the mask, looking under what's expected, under what you had been taught, or something, looking underneath the dogma that had been drilled into you. And it could have been by the partner that you were in that relationship with, because we do have the devil card here, which is the lovers in chains, the toxic relationship. Okay, so that is that earth energy, the existing foundation. Nothing. You have nothing holding you back anymore. Okay, you've got 2 cards of liberation here. The devil reversed, the chains are off, and the lovers have gone. Okay, so you have escaped from this situation. Okay, Card number 2 here, water, the emotional focus, or what and how we can heal. You've got a wonderful King of Cups here. This King of Cups energy could be you, viewer, where you have strong Pisces in your chart, or it could be somebody in your corner, I heard, because we've got here, he is sitting in the corner here, almost like an alternative foundation, an alternative pedestal, okay? That's not saying you put this person on a pedestal. That's not saying they put you on a pedestal. I'm saying that there is some kind of um reliability in your corner, and it's this King of Cups, Pisces energy. He is helping you. I say he because it's a king, but gender doesn't mean anything, okay? There is an energy here of compassion and patience and mastering your emotions. So this is the water element, and the emotional focus on what and how to heal is either this person that is on in your corner will be your strength, or if this is you with strong Pisces placement in your chart, you are coming into a very stronger emotional foundation because of this, okay? Card number 3, air element. The truth that was revealed. We do have the Five of Wands. Now, traditionally, the Five of Wands does mean conflict and rivalry and bickering and things like that. But in this deck, this Five of Wands is actually productive conflict. This is banter and discussion and verbal sparring with somebody, but it's on an equal field. There's respect here. There's productive discussion here. You are coming as equals. You laid down one wand, and you're it's like respectful contention. I don't know if that makes any sense. This is the idea that you can disagree, but we're both respecting each other, and it feels like a very safe kind of energy to be expressive in, because you know that the other person is going to match you without demeaning you, without devaluing you. And if this isn't somebody else, then this is truth. You're coming to about you, what you need. You need to be in an environment where you are valued for your opinion, for your strength, for your fire. Okay, this is fire energy. This is sparring but healthy debate, verbal jousting, productive challenge, and safe confrontation. So the truth that was revealed is that you really wanted to throw off the shackles of something that had kept you from being expressive, because there was punishment there with this devil energy, right? You were made to feel less than. You were made to feel devalued. And I say devalued because here in the fourth position, the fire energy, the force causing the destruction and transformation, you have the Six of Wands on the backside, which is inequity of recognition and resentment and what does this say? Inequity of recognition, or feeling overlooked and feeling resentful that you're not being valued. That's Six of Wands on the backside. So you know that you deserve that victory, but somebody made you feel like you were less than for being yourself. Okay? When in reality, you wanted an equal. You were made to feel beaten down by whatever this devil energy was. Okay? In the middle, we've got the ether, the new growth. Now, you do have the Five of Pentacles. Fortunately, it's on the back side, which means you have come in from whatever loss that you had gone through. Okay, you were brought low. The Five of Pentacles is out in the cold energy, but it's a reminder that help was close. So stand up, look up, and leave the past. Okay, so that person is still out in the cold, sitting in the snow, decreased, diminished, defeated, um, brought low, brought down to nothing, right? But on the backside, he is finally in his sanctuary. Okay, the ether here, the new growth is that there is hope, and that comes along with that star card. There is hope. You just have to look up and reach for it, and that's what you're doing here. But in the meantime, you're still in that. It's like when you come in from a storm and you're like panting a little bit, you lost your breath, you're wet, you're tired, you're hungry, you came in from the elements, and then you are here in the middle of the four elements in the ether position, and there's a breath here. There's finally a quiet moment. That's where you're starting over from. There is help here. And I feel at the moment that it's just you're going to give it to yourself. You're going to help yourself. But there's still here in this moment, you've got this person is sitting there. He's back in fine clothes. Like on the front side, you see he's in rags. He's got a tattered cape, very thin clothing, not protecting him from the elements at all. Sitting here in the middle of the four elements, just at their mercy, right? On the reverse side, you have taken shelter. You have looked up and moved into um, a moment of respite. You're warm now. You're recovering, but you're still. He's got his head in his hands. Like, what have I been through? Like he's still weary, he's still worried, he's still lamenting what was lost. But at least you're out of the danger right now, okay? So let's go through one more time. The existing foundation, like I said, the devil in reverse, he's sitting there on the remnants of the pillar. There's nothing left for you here. Okay, I was hoping that there would be like some positive card here saying, oh, at least there was a nugget that you can rebuild from. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Don't look back. See what the devil with his back turned? Don't look back. Just keep going. Okay, there's nothing in that foundation. You're going to make something new. And we're going to get to the clarifying cards because they're actually pretty good. So, and then number 2, the water element, emotional focus on what and how to heal. That King of Cups energy, compassion. Get a hold of your emotions. Don't let them be your master. This is somebody in an energy of mastering their emotions. The key to the King of Cups is that he has been to the depths. He has this Pisces energy, the fish, right? But this is deep ocean. This is deep emotions, the subconscious. This is somebody who has been to those dark, pressurized depths of the subconscious and come out a king. Okay, so if this is your energy, this is you after you've been through all of this and you're healing with compassion and patience. Or some others in the collective will be coming into contact with and tapping into a relationship with a King of Cups who's going to be a very powerful ally in your corner. He's going to help rebuild you. Remember, this is part of the foundation here on the bottom. Okay? Part of this foundation here is the healing, and this is where you're going to put some of your emotional growth is in this compassion and patience. Okay. The air element here, the truth revealed, is that you want an environment that you can have. It says healthy debate and verbal jousting. So your expression of yourself, this fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, this is the 5, so 2, 3, 4, that's Aries. So this could be Leo energy. We also have the 6 over here, which is Leo energy. So this could be the Leo energy in your chart. Okay. It's basically saying I have a lot to offer and I want an environment where my skill and ability is matched. Okay? It's matched and respected. This is some this is an environment where, and I feel like it has to do with that King of Cups because an upright King of Cups. Now I've dealt with both upright and in their detriments, okay? And an upright King of Cups can let you say the most deranged shit and not be flapped. His flabbers will not be gasted, right? This is somebody who can't be gaslit, all right? And somebody who will not gaslight you in return. And that's the truth that you have come to, is that you want something where you're not gaslit into believing that you are not valuable. Okay, that's that Six of Wands in the reverse here in the fire elements. The force causing the destruction is that there was something here that did not hold you up in value and recognition. Okay, and then the ether, the new growth, is that you have come through it. You're in sanctuary. You're in a safe place, at least. You're in a safe place that you can start over. He has his fine clothes again, which means there was a little bit of financial recovery here with the Pentacles energy, but you're still in a rest period where you're gathering yourself. You're getting back to yourself. In fact, the keywords on the card is come back to yourself. Make amends and break the glass and go. Okay? Making amends also means getting right with yourself, because it's telling you to come back to yourself and make amends. So not only would this be making amends with other people, but I think in this situation it's making amends with yourself. Forgiveness here. Okay, especially with that King of Cups. Very forgiving, very compassionate. So starting over, you're starting in an energy of coming back to yourself. Okay, and I heard you're building on you now. Okay, so let's go to the clarifying cards, which is really, really good. Okay, we have. I'll move this up a little bit. I feel like it's off center, but oh well. We've got the Fool. I love this because now I did look ahead, so I'm going to lay them out real quick. Let's see here. Okay. This is how they fell. The clarifiers and then the influences we might not see yet. Okay? Don't get excited about that Four of Wands just yet. It's on the reverse side. So the way they fell out earlier was like we had the Fool and then we had this Six of Pentacles, but that was in the backside. So that's talking about strings. There's an agenda here. Then we had the Two of Swords and we ended that with the World. So in this row, the clarifiers, you started with the Fool at 0 and you ended with the World at 21. This is a beginning and an ending. Bum, bum, you're done. Okay? Then we had the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Wands on the reverse, and a King of Swords. Or King of Wands. I'm sorry. So, sorry. Bumped it. Let's move that down a little bit. Oh, that's a little bit better. Okay. So, the clarifiers is you have the Fool energy, which is a brand new beginning. On the backside, the keywords here is that you know there is better ahead of you than you had behind you. So use your instincts as your guide and heed the signs. And the signs that he's following is that shooting star. And it just so happens to be the star in the star card, Aquarius energy. This is what we ended with in the Hidden Truth reading. How to heal after the renewal after the Tower is a renewal of a wish, a dream, somewhere to recalibrate your direction and refocus to your purpose. Okay? Now you do have a spirit guide here with you. We have the white dog here in the bottom corner. He will never get in your way, but he will always be at your feet. He will always guide you. He will always be your companion. And this is the divine spirit guide that you need to listen to. Okay? Use your intuition and follow the signs. Go forward with no baggage. That's the key to the Fool card. He goes with the bare basics. You have nothing to go forward with anyways because you've been through the Tower and the Five of Pentacles. There was loss here. Everything. It's like they're showing me Sonic hitting an obstacle and losing all his rings. Okay, I even hear the ding, the noise. So you're going forward in a new energy. You are free because you have the Tower, which is liberation, and the Devil on the reverse, which is getting the fuck out. And now you are in Fool energy. You are renewed and you are embarking on a new quest. Now, we did come into this Six of Pentacles, and I feel like you are completely bypassing this option. Okay? You're looking at it, but you feel like there is, see, we go from the 5 to the 6, and usually that's a step up. The 6 of Pentacles in the right position is equitable distribution of financial wealth, right? So there is an opportunity here to have some financial stability. Unfortunately, it's coming with strings attached. It's coming with an agenda. It's coming with control bought with compassion. Okay? And I feel like you're seeing this like, this is not good enough for me. But you're stuck in contemplation of it because you have here next to it the Two of Swords on the backside, and this is under the moon, which means that you're again pulling back the mask. You're going in the shadow, you're going underneath the ego, and you're really making some deep decisions. The problem is that sometimes it feels like with the Two of Swords that you're between a rock and a hard place. Even though this is air energy, she is sitting on a rock in the middle of a stormy sea. So there's a lot of emotional turmoil here about this decision. Do you go back to something that may be stable financially, but emotionally, and it's a trap. It's a trap. It feels like a trap. So here you are in the Two of Swords, which is deep contemplation during uncertainty. Okay? But then you have the World card here, which is the ending of the whole cycle. Okay? Dun dun, you're done. This is the last card of the major arcana. You went from the beginning, from the Fool, you're walking through this new phase, and you've come to the finality. It's like you're finally saying no. My decision is I'm not settling for this anymore. Okay? And thankfully with the World card in the upright, it is a triumph, and I found it interesting that the triumphant World card landed on the Six of Wands, which is victory, but since it's on the backside, it felt like there was no recognition here. Honey, you are being recognized, but it's coming straight from the divine. Okay? Now, the 3 cards here for the influences we might not see yet, you do have a Two of Pentacles. And this is why you feel so okay with not accepting that offer again, not accepting stability in exchange for your identity anymore, because you're doing a damn thing by yourself. You've got the Two of Pentacles here. It is a very joyous card, even though there's only 2 Pentacles. Taurus energy here. You have been knocked back down pentacle wise, but it's okay. This is work-life balance, balancing what has been given to you. And even though it's only 2 pentacles, you are doing it well. And I feel like the 2 is enough right now because it's just you. And you're good. You're on your own feet. In fact, look at, he's standing on 1 foot, balancing these 2. And you can't, I don't know if you can really see it, but up in the upper corners, there's people looking on him on their balconies. So this is the recognition that you had so wanted from the Six of Wands in the reverse. You came from an energy of being not valued at all to an energy here after the World card of recognition finally. Your skills are valuable and you're being observed and you are impressing people, okay? Um Next to that, here it is again. It's a Four of Wands, but this is in the shadow. In the shadow here, it's the energy of not forcing something. This is like people who are staying in the illusion of a Four of Wands, which is like a match, passion married with purpose. So these two people came together out of love and acceptance, right? That's what you want. But here on the backside, it's like, I'm not settling. This card says, forced involvement breeds no joy. So offer, but don't insist, which means you will consider being in a relationship again, but you're not going to be caught up in being forced to be in the relationship because of that Six of Pentacles. Because what you had before could have possibly felt like a trap. And that's where that devil energy came from. Something that you had entered into with good intentions turned toxic, and you're not falling for it again. In fact, you feel like you can bypass it because you are balancing things on your own. You're getting recognition. You're feeling good about yourself. People are impressed by you. And even though it's just a little for right now, it's just enough. And it's like you can totally walk past this Four of Wands that's being forced on you. You don't have to return to this. You don't have to return to the energy here in the foundation of having to settle and stick with something that's not productive, that's not loving, that's almost like an illusion. Yeah. And you're also not doing that to anybody else. It's like I'm not asking anybody else to be in this with me. I want somebody who is here because they want to be here. I want someone who is loving, who will build this with me because it's equitable and it will elevate the both of us and it's good for the both of us. And it's interesting that it's coming right next to this devil in reverse, because it's like this is the lovers running away from whatever the devil had them in. Okay, they don't want to be forced into something that has no joy. And then after that, we've got a King of Wands. This could be you or somebody that you're meeting. This is Sagittarius energy. I like that this is on top of the King of Cups, because Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter is very open, very gregarious, very accepting. And when a Sagittarius has something, so do you. So this is somebody who's generous. And Jupiter is the god of luck and benevolence. Okay, so somebody is coming in that is, if this is not your energy, I feel like after this big progression, some of you in the collective are here sitting in the King of Wands situation. Okay, this is you in your throne. You have come through this and now have become king energy. Okay, this is somebody who is righteous and proud and simple life, right? The simple life. You may be a little bit impatient. That's that fire energy. And again, being placed on top of the King of Cups, who actually embodies patience. This person here in the King of Wands that embodies a little bit of impatience. I feel like that is a balance. And that's the balance that you were craving here in the Five of Wands, right? That there is difference of opinion, but you both value each other. There's deep love, deep respect, deep acceptance. You're not, and it's also like you don't want to be an asshole just to be an asshole, but you want to be able to be expressive, and the other person, they're showing me, it's just so, it's The desire here is to have that deep love where you can say your crazy shit and your person would just look at you and shake their head and go, all right, crazy person, do you want tacos or what? You know, it's like not dismissive, very accepting, and very, you know what I mean? Non-judgmental. There we go. No judgment. Now, I'm not saying that. um, Let me think here. You just don't want the conflict anymore. And if there is conflict, you want it to be in good faith. That's what I'm saying. You don't, you're coming from an energy where you really had to measure your words with this other person. You really had to measure how you expressed, where you stepped. It was very eggshell kind of energy here. And even though you want to be able to be expressive, it's not like you want to stomp around and be a tyrant. And you don't want your person that way either, right? As long as you're as long as what you're expressing is respectful, you will get that respect in return. And that's what you're looking for. Okay. But it has to come from within first. So there is an energy here of really diving deep into your beliefs and into what your inner structure is. And if something needs to change and needs to come down, you need to let it go so that you can move on and not be in an energy of being forced to be in something or that you're forcing somebody else to be in. And in the end, you're going to sit here in like a King of Wands energy, being very righteous, very proud, and just wanting simplicity. Okay? Or going through this is going to open you up to meeting this other person. All right. So let's get an ancestor oracle message for the collective, please. To emphasize this, I'm sorry, hang on a second. To emphasize this elaboration on the tower and the healing, please. After the tower, what does the collective need to know to move on after the tower? I hope that vibed with you. I hope that made sense. I hope the messages reached you for your highest good. If you are vibing with my content, please take a moment and click the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm get my content seen. Leave a comment, share, or subscribe. I am available for personal readings. My information is in the description. You'll find my email, Venmo, and Cash App. If you do email me, drop me a comment because I don't always get the notifications for the emails and I don't always check them religiously. So leave me a comment and I will know to go check the email. Please give me one oracle message for the collective on how to heal after the tower. Wow, mountains. Okay, stand your ground. That's your advice, to stand your ground. Mountain energy. Let's see here. Okay, stand your ground. It says, hold firm to what you believe in and are focusing on, because you're absolutely right. Okay, now that's going to rub that King of Wands pretty well. He loves to be told he's right. Okay? Loves to be told he's right. You're absolutely right. So know that heaven and earth are supporting you. That's interesting because we've got the 4 elements here for this reading. It says, mountain energy is powerful because it's firmly rooted in the Great Mother and reaches high to the Great Father. If you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. You are resilient and grounded, and the energy and air of the mountains is going to giving you unshakable strength to be who you are. What was I talking about with that 5 of Wands? You just want the safety to be who you are. So Take time to root yourself. That's that Five of Pentacles. Take a moment to gather yourself and take a breath and figure out who you are. Remember that Five of Pentacles said, come back to yourself. Okay, so it says take time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in the energies of heaven. If you're not sure what you need to do next, the Mountains card invites you to stay exactly where you are. Sagittarius, oh no, that's Leo energy. Hang on a second. Talk things over with those around you. That could be that King of Cups that you find such patience and compassion with, a good friend in your corner that you can bounce things off of. This could be a rebound lover, but it's going to be productive, okay? It's going to be for your healing. Just if it's not meant to be, then don't hang on too hard. Fish are slippery, you know. It says the Mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are, talk things over with those around you, and know that change will come to you. You will be whole and well at the end of this current situation, and it will not stand in the way of your future growth and expansion. Okay, that is a wonderful energy. I love when the cards come out like that. So let's get some final insight cards, some final advice, some, the theme deck. Pull that out. Oh, I don't want to shuffle. Hang on a second. I hope that resonated, you guys. Like I said, leave me a thumbs up. My information is in the description. Contact me for a personal reading or a birth chart inquiry. Or if you found a little nugget of something that helped, throw $1 at the Venmo. What is it? Throw a coin to your witcher? Throw $1 to your witch. My Venmo is in the description. Okay, let's get some final, wrap this up for the collective. Healing after the Tower, please. We've got, Eight of Wands. Messages, communication, a letter, information, news, open correspondence, or an important conversation. I like that. Can you tell me more, please? For the collective, for healing after the Tower. Clouds, okay, it's a little cloudy right now. I feel like that's that Five of Pentacles energy. There's a little confusion here and unclarity. There's hidden secrets, there's doubts here, maybe a misunderstanding, some insecurity on your part, or not enough information. That's interesting because you just had the messages card talking about incoming information. But it is here over the Two of Swords, which that is the unclarity and confusion right there, the Two of Swords. Misunderstanding or insecurity coming from that Six of Wands in the reverse, not getting that recognition or feeling undervalued, that brought insecurity. But there's not enough information here to make for that Two of Swords. But like I said, you do have an Eight of Wands coming in. Information or communication, a letter or news. Place that there for now. Anything else for the collective for healing after the Tower, please? Anything else for the collective for healing after the Tower, please? Star energy, refocusing, redirection, going towards a new wish, a new dream, unencumbered, no baggage, except the basics. Okay, we have an archangel in the energy here. Who is this? Archangel Uriel. Okay, illumination, wisdom, a clear sight. Okay, I mean, it's coming in right with the clouds here. There's going to be some kind of illumination with this message of information on how you can move forward. The light of God's truth. This is decisions, resolving conflicts, awakening, guidance, and intellect. So I'm going to put it over here by this Five of Wands. Okay. And right on top of the Five of Wands, we do have the Fool in reverse talking about heed the signs. So I feel like this divine intervention is coming in again. You had the divine intervention with the Tower, but now Archangel Uriel, the Illuminator, is coming to light your way. This is the light of God. So they're telling me that there is a correlation between the light here and that shooting star. Okay, that shooting star is the spark of the divine within you that's trying to guide you forward. So, anything else for the collective and healing after the Tower, please? There's clouds, there's confusion, but there's messages coming in to illuminate something, coming in with the divine and guiding you towards a new goal. But you might, depending where you are in the timeline, everybody's at a different point in this reading. So some of you who might still be stuck in that Two of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Two of Swords under the confusion, there is illumination coming for you. Coming in like a comet. There are two comets active. Oh, look at that. We got a soulmate on the table. Hey. There's an offer. I heard there's an offer on the table as you could be too. So it's like, I'm sorry, was there an offer of something about me on a table? A soulmate is coming. All right. Oh, anyways, the comets. There are two comets in the sky right now. One is brighter than the other. I do not know what signs, if they are in any of the signs, where they are. So that might be something fun, a little rabbit hole you could go down. Look up where the comet is, and if it's in a constellation, even if it's not a zodiac sign, if it's in a constellation, sometimes those constellations have main stars that meant something to the ancients, and you can find out what a comet, like say it's, say, I don't know if it is, but say it was going through Leo and it was conjuncting Regulus, the heart of the lion. So you can look up the symbolism of a comet that is conjunct with the heart of the lion, okay? The pride's heart. We've got grasshopper. Situations in the balance require careful handling. Yeah, I feel like that's that Two of Swords. Yeah. Gemini, Libra energy of being caught in indecision. Some of you may really be stuck there. So the reason you're stuck there is because you feel like there's not the right amount of clarity here, and you know that the situation needs careful handling. That's too many. What are you doing to me? Too many. One at a time, please. Self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. I feel like that goes along with that Two of Pentacles. Self-reliance. You're doing great. Okay, you're laying it down. You're balancing it. You're good on your own. You might be a little lonely, but you might still have that fresh wound, the fresh memories of being in an unequal well, sorry about the starting. You're still a little raw from being in an inequitable connection. Oh my God. A couple more for the collective, please. Okay, yeah, the Tower. Storm warning. That came out last time, too. It says, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to just clear your path. Okay? Think of the rain washing the gutters away. All that stuff that was cluttering or blocking you. Blocking the flow of abundance, blocking the flow of positive emotions, cleansing your soul, cleansing your environment. That's what the storm warning brings, you know. And again, coming in out of the rain, that Five of Pentacles, it may wash away a lot of things and you may feel like you're starting over, but the stuff that was washed away was poisonous. It was not for your good. Okay, I'm going to just do a couple more, and if they don't pop out, then I'm going to end it here. Any more for the collective for healing after the Tower? We got bamboo. It came out last time, and I think it does because this these cards are a little bit thicker than the others, but um, it's talking about resilience and strength and flexibility. Flexibility brings longevity, just so you know. So there's also good luck and prosperity here. I like that with the King of Wands, because that Sagittarius energy brings in good luck and prosperity. Anything else for the collective and healing after this Tower, please? All right, red sun popped out 3 times and I put it back, but I'm gonna take it this time. And it came out under the sun, so, or on top of the sun, so I'm gonna take it this time. It obviously wants to talk, so let me put these back. The red sun talks about a wake up to a spiritual path. And that goes along with the Archangel Uriel illuminating a path for the Fool, right? For the new adventure. There is intense emotion here and passion, but deep understanding. There was a spiritual awakening and divine communication. No wonder the red sun tried to pop out 3 times. It goes along with Archangel Uriel, the illumination. There is a spiritual awakening here and divine communication. I'll take cobwebs. You are protected from negative forces beyond your control. So, yeah, like I said, the Tower came in for your benefit and for your liberation. And even though it felt negative, it was for your protection, for your own good. Again, this is conflict and fighting and arguing that goes along with that 5 of Wands. You want it to be loving and productive, but it ended up being very cruel almost. A lot of arguing. Okay, 777, and you are spirit, and I'll round that out here. So remember, you are spirit. Okay, so connect, listen. I also heard connect back to yourself. That's that 5 of Pentacles. Come back to yourself. Okay, come back to recognizing who you are. Okay, and if there was habits or beliefs that were detrimental to you, release them, grow past them, evolve past them, and tap back into what your higher self wants you to be. Okay, you are spirit. Listen, ascend, and be still. That goes along with that 5 of Pentacles that was right in the middle. Be still for a minute and come back to yourself. 777, I cannot believe how much divine blessing you have here with the Archangel Uriel, the red sun, and 777, your divine path. You are right where you should be, and you are serving your divine purpose. This was fantastic, you guys. Don't forget that there is a soulmate in the mix here. I'm going to put that there by that passionate King of Wands. Yeah, oh, that's what I heard. The Tower had to shake things up. You had to be released from something else because the journey that you're on, this divine path, is going straight towards a soulmate. So walk straight, walk confidently. Don't be egotistical about it, right? Be humble, but be proud. Can you be proud and humble? That's a very fine balancing act there, but you can do it. You're being protected with these cobwebs here. You're making good decisions. You may be spending a little too much time in the consideration phase, but that's because you feel like you don't have all the information. That's okay. It's being illuminated, and you're on your way straight to a soulmate. Look for those messages, okay? Thank you so much for sticking with me. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? I forget what I had scheduled for Wednesday, but until I see you again in the next reading, thanks for sticking with me. Okay, thanks, bye.